Why did your grandmother leave everything to your cousin, who visited once? Grandma died holding a picture of Derek, not me, who'd spent every Saturday with her for 15 years. Not my sister, who'd moved her in when she couldn't live alone. Derek, who'd visited exactly once in 2019 for 20 minutes to borrow money. The will reading was supposed to be a formality. We all knew what it would say. The house would go to mom, her only daughter. The savings are split between grandchildren. The jewelry for the granddaughters. The classic car to whoever wanted it. Probably me, since I'd helped grandpa restore it before he died. The lawyer read a document dated 3 weeks before grandma's death. Everything, the house, the money, the car, the jewelry, her entire estate, worth roughly $800,000, went to Derek. My cousin, who lived in Seattle, worked in tech, hadn't called grandma once during her 5-year battle with dementia. Mom collapsed. Actually collapsed. Knees buckling. My father caught her before she hit the lawyer's marble floor. 15 years of caregiving, and she inherited nothing. Not even grandma's wedding ring. Derek attended via Zoom, turned his camera on just long enough to smile, say he was touched by grandma's generosity, then logged off. Had a meeting, apparently. More important than explaining why our grandmother had disinherited everyone who'd loved her. I'd been grandma's primary caregiver since college, drove her to every doctor's appointment, managed her medications, 17 pills daily, organized in containers I'd labeled when she couldn't remember which was which, learned to cook her mother's Polish recipes when she forgot how, spent nights in the hospital when she was scared, held her hand through MRIs when she panicked in small spaces. My sister Emma had renovated her house to accommodate grandma, built a bedroom and bathroom on the ground floor, installed safety rails, paid for a medical alert system, quit her job to provide full-time care the last 2 years when grandma couldn't be alone. Derek had visited once, Memorial Day weekend, 2019, stayed 20 minutes, asked for $30,000 for a startup. Grandma, confused, had signed something. We thought it was a check. Apparently it was more. The lawyer explained Derek had been visiting grandma at the nursing home, not in person, virtually, every Tuesday at 3 p.m. for 6 months. None of us knew because on Tuesday afternoons I was teaching, Emma was at grandma's house cleaning, and mom was at work. The nursing home confirmed it. Derek would call, the staff would set up an iPad, and he'd talk to grandma for an hour. Grandma, deep in dementia, thought he was her deceased brother Daniel. Derek never corrected her, played along, became Daniel every Tuesday. He'd recorded the sessions, not for memories, for evidence. Hours of confused conversation where grandma, thinking she was talking to her brother, expressed frustration with her caregivers, said I was stealing from her, I'd been managing her finances to prevent scams, Emma was keeping her prisoner. Emma had removed the car keys after grandma drove through a playground, said mom was poisoning her, mom had been hiding medication in applesauce so grandma would take it. Derek had edited these recordings, compiled grandma's confused complaints into a narrative of elder abuse, presented them to grandma during a lucid moment or what passed for one, convinced her to change the will, brought a lawyer to the nursing home on a Tuesday. 2 witnesses from the staff who'd seen him visiting regularly thought he was a devoted grandson. We contested immediately. The lawyer said we had no case. Grandma was deemed competent enough by the nursing home's doctor. Derek had specifically visited during her best hours, early afternoon, when the sundowning hadn't started. The will was properly executed. The witnesses were legitimate. Derek's virtual visits counted as relationship building. Mom spent $50,000, borrowed against her house, fighting it, lost. Derek had been too careful. Even hired a private investigator to document our failures. Photos of grandma looking sad at family dinners, not mentioning that she had dementia and often looked sad. Videos of me leaving her house after only an hour, not mentioning I'd been there since dawn. Records of Emma taking grandma's social security checks, not to mention that they went directly to grandma's care costs. Derek sold everything before we could appeal. The house I'd painted with grandpa, the car I'd learned to drive in, grandma's engagement ring, mom had been promised since childhood, all liquidated within a month. He sent a family email afterward, said he was donating 10% to Alzheimer's research in grandma's honor, said the rest was earned through his emotional labor of listening to a neglected elder. Attached a photo of himself at a charity gala, holding a giant check for $80,000, smiling. Mom never recovered. Stopped speaking about grandma entirely. Emma went into therapy. I drove past the sold house every day for a year until the new owners put up a fence. Derek started a YouTube channel about elder care, talks about recognizing signs of abuse, has 40,000 subscribers, uses edited clips of grandma as examples. She's been dead 18 months, still serving as his content. Last week, he posted about toxic family members who expect inheritance they haven't earned. The thumbnail was a photo from grandma's funeral, us crying while he stood apart, composed. The title was Why Love Isn't Enough, a grandson's story. It has 2 million views.